Hi, welcome to the 2024 ACCA online courses. And my name is Steve Chen, the fellow member of ACCA. So the ACCA exam result for the December 2023 was just out. I hope you will all get the good news that passing the ACCA exams. However, I believe that some of the students may fail this paper or perhaps several papers. So no worries, because many years ago, when I was an ACCA student, I also failed the ACCA exam, but I finally passed it. So the key to pass the ACCA papers is to know there are actually four key elements to ensure ACCA exam success. Now, I must say that as an experienced tutor for the ACCA papers, and also as the ACCA global marker, I know that the exam is challenging, really challenging indeed. However, to pass the ACCA papers, it's very important to understand firstly, 30% will be attributable to knowledge, which means you need to build the knowledge from the syllabus. So studying the syllabus of ACCA will certainly help. However, why I'm not attributing 100% that students pass or fail this paper because of the knowledge is because the students also need experience as well. So being able to apply the knowledge into the actual question will be very important there. So we are always tell my students to apply the knowledge to the actual case questions, or the exam will be to assume that you're working in the client's company. That's it. So for every decisions that you've made, please do justify the reasons why you're making that decision. So as a marker, I love to see the word because. So in each of your point, if you're saying because, and of course you're demonstrating the extent that you've got experience to apply the knowledge that you study from the syllabus to the actual exam question. So very, very important key. However, if you see that the knowledge and experience just account for 50%, the reasons that you can pass this paper, I will attribute the remaining 50% of reasons, firstly, to the state of mind, which means your mindset. You need to stay calm when you're facing exam questions. I've seen students that they've performed really well in the mock exam and also when practicing questions in our course using exam kits and so on. However, when they sit the final exam, they saw the questions and their mind is blank. So they're not sure what to do next. So not keeping calm would be very harmful for you to pass this paper. So make sure that you always say to yourself that, okay, here's the question. It's not testing my knowledge. It's just to be a task. Because I'm getting paid by the client's company. And this is why it's very important that I always understand that. Because I'm getting paid, I need to work hard. I need to provide justified approach to the board of directors to help the business out. So making sure that you've got that state of mind or the mindset so you will provide very high quality answers. I mark the ACCA script and I see thousands of student scripts that many of the students' script answers are simply, I must say, on the surface. It's not in depth, which means they're trying to pretend or show me that they're just students, that they can avoid any obligations and responsibilities, and their primary job is to steal marks. It's not to score marks, to steal marks by giving me some keywords and asking me to give marks, awarding marks to those students. However, this approach is out of date and making sure that always write less and in depth, and that will be very important there. Of course, I've taught many students to pass the ACCA papers, and most of them score very high, especially in the strategic professional levels. Finally, I must say that you will need lucks. Okay, so for example, an example I can provide to you is that the SBL course that I created, that I became the first in the market to analyze the pre-sim materials in YouTube channel. At the same time, I tipped exam questions. I've tipped more than 50% of the areas that actually coming up in December 2023 16. And this is why many of my SBL students score very high with me in the actual exam. So you need lucks, but lucks can also come from your preparation. You study hard and assuming that you're working the business and always write less with higher quality, yes, with a good mindset, it will always bring you lucks to pass this paper or in the ACC exams. So we divide these sort of things into a circle like this, as you can see there. So knowledge, yes, very important there. And make sure that you apply to the real world case studies, and most importantly, it's the past exam questions. So to build your experience in tackling the paper, into making sure that what sort of things the examiner likes. So very important that. And also making sure that you practice the kit and the mock exam questions to build your knowledge. Another 10% of knowledge coming from, for example, the mnemonics. Because unlike other professional qualifications, the ACCA examining team has their own ways of testing the knowledge. They're not actually testing 100% of the syllabus. However, they claim to test 100% of the syllabus, especially at the strategic professional level. But if you see from the past exam questions, as you can see there, so making sure that you always focus on the easy marks. So easy marks, make your own summary, and with my own mnemonic, for example, in the course, or create your own mnemonic will certainly help. Yes, practicing mock exams, not just for predicting questions, what may come up in the actual exam, but most importantly, is to practice them under exam condition to make sure that you simulate the exam environment and to make sure that when a hard or difficult question pops up and how you would think about it, how you would tackle it. Lots, yes, last minute question focus would be very important there. I'll always require my student that 3 days before the actual exam, stop going through the tuition again, but to make sure that you focus on all the past exam questions to walk through from one question to another. So using this circle, it's highly likely that you can pass the ACCA exam papers quite well. I must say that the ACCA exam is more like the application exam rather than the traditional theory-based exam. So what do I mean by application is that you always need to bear in mind that the syllabus knowledge, if you know about 30% of the syllabus knowledge, absolutely fine that you can pass this paper with very high marks. However, if you're dumping knowledge to the answer, so for example, an example I can provide you is that when you're sitting financial management or the AFM, Advanced Financial Management paper, the one question may involve that asking you that what sort of factors that you need to consider before you invest your money into the project. A lot of students dumping their knowledge. So for example, they might be saying that, how about we consider the international investment appraisal? Why not consider CAPM? Why not consider M&M proposition number 2? You're dumping your knowledge, but it's not what the examiner wants. We want, for example, what sort of factors do you consider? So, for example, whether or not the cash flows that you projected will be incorrect, Are there any risks within there? Any particular following on opportunities by using, for example, the B-SWOT model to evaluate? So you need to tailor your answer to the specific requests made by the examiner. And this is what I mean by the application exam. Because as you can see in the marking scheme and also from the past exam question, a lot of marks will be the easy mark, which means that a lot of marks, you don't really have to study the syllabus, but from your previous working experience or from your tutor, you know exactly how to tackle the paper. So the ACC exam is quite special because it's quite different from other qualifications, although I sat and also teach other qualification papers such as the CGMA or CIMA and ICAW exams. They are quite different. Because for ACC exams, there's only a syllabus with the examinable document. However, it's up to the examining team, led by a head examiner, to set exam questions in whatever way they like. These questions are not restricted to textbooks at all, and you are allowed to use multiple perspectives to answer a particular question. And it will focus on the current affairs and common practices. And to make sure that you justify your answer, you can easily pass this paper. Now, in this brief presentation, okay, I've shared with you the top tips, okay, of passing the ACC exam. Now, if you pass the December 2023 exam, just got your exam result, congratulations. Perhaps some of you may have become an ACCA affiliate, congratulations. Accumulating practical experience and making sure that you apply the ACCA membership to consider pay rise, also a lot of other job opportunities. If you haven't passed the ACCA paper in the December 2023 sitting, no worries for that. Just make sure that get your mindset right and practice enough questions, not just focusing on the syllabus, tuition knowledge, but most importantly, practice the exam questions and make sure that you analyze the examiner's answer, very important on that. And of course, if you want to progress your study, and you can study with me. Also provides the ACCA online courses. You can go to my website, www.accglobal.com. I've got my own ACCA courses, for example, the AAA, AFM, and so on. You can click on that. There will be a few materials that you can download. For example, our course brochure and our sample education book and revision note, and the timetable for the course, including the full course and the revision focus course, focusing on the exam technique, and also my students' testimonials, and also the ACCA exam resources, particularly for this paper. And also you can see the ACCA articles I summarized to you, for example, for AAA, AFM, and so on. I've taken the articles from the ACCA Global website, summarizing into key takeaways into a few bullet points that you can copy and paste up and can learn them directly. A few videos recorded by myself, and you can further explore the depth and knowledge of the ACCA papers with fun. And finally, best of luck then. I'm looking forward to your exam success very soon. Bye-bye.